Is using the lifeless body of a 30-year-old nurse as an incubator. Adriana Smith was a nurse at Emory Hospital in downtown Atlanta, and she was declared brain dead over 90 days ago. However, the state of Georgia is forcing her family, against their will, to keep her on life support because when she was declared brain dead, she was also 9 weeks pregnant. They are forcing the family, against their will, to keep this lifeless body on life support for the remainder of her pregnancy. And you'd think surely the state of Georgia is footing the bill since they are forcing the family.
So surely all of that sounds absolutely terrible. Like when you put it that way, horrible. And what if I told you that this story is nothing like The Handmaid's Tale? That these feminists, or whatever you want to call them at this point, because this is not feminism. This is being so incompletely uneducated about a situation, and then to mix up shit just to fit a narrative for fear-mongering, that's not fucking feminism. I don't know what you want to call that, but whatever, anyway. But let me show you the difference between somebody who didn't do the research, which is that woman, and a gentleman by the name of Brad. You can find him on YouTube, Brad versus Everybody. Here's just a quick clip about him kind of explaining it a little bit more in depth. You know, somebody who knows how to do his research.
The TikTok Handmaid's Tale videos are making this about Georgia's heartbeat law that bans abortion after, I believe, 6 weeks. It's a very strict abortion law. I'm not even saying I'm not endorsing that law. Set aside your personal feelings on it. It is not relevant to this case. It does not apply to this case. Taking a woman off life support is not considered an abortion under the law, even if it did result in the baby's death, because it's not a procedure taken for the purposes of terminating a pregnancy, like administering abortion medication or conducting a surgical abortion. You don't have to take my word for this. The state attorney general has explicitly on the record clarified this. Attorney General Chris Carr's communications office issued a statement saying there is nothing in the Life Act that requires medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death. Removing life support is not an action with the purpose of terminating a pregnancy. They added that their prayers go out to the woman's family. So all of this narrative being spread that this is required by Georgia's abortion law isn't true. They have on the record confirmation from the highest levels of the state government that the law does not stop them from taking them off life support if they so choose. And the family hasn't actually publicly said that they want that to happen. But the narrative being spread like wildfire on TikTok is that Republicans are now enslaving women's corpses, holding them hostage after death to be baby incubators in defiance of their family's wishes. None of that is true. Now, I'm not saying that means it is the right thing to do to keep her alive, or that I would judge the family if they made a different decision. I personally would not. I think it's a heartbreaking and incredibly complex situation.
That right there is the difference between somebody who knows to do their research and the difference between a whole fucking movement of misandry that wants to try and claim that they know how to educate people these days, but what they're actually doing is fear-mongering. And what's even worse is this is not the first time I've seen this, by taking somebody else's story and changing it and flipping it to fit their agenda and their narrative. So fucking shame on all of you. Every single one of you that have posted a fucking video about this, of this woman being a human incubator and all this freaking shit, fuck you.